I'm 15, 16, selling drugs all day, every day. So it's like, that's all I did. I lived the life that a millionaire should live. Oh, I'm a single man. I do whatever I want, say what I want. I ain't got
realest ever made, man. Just stand on the edge of the Grand Canyon like, I just want to feel this up with money. Yeah. See my wrist on freeze. Gon' freeze, yeah. See my neck gon' freeze, yeah. You ain't getting none of these, no. You ain't getting none of these, yeah. Pocket filled with G's, yeah. I ain't talking about Gucci, yeah. I ain't talking about Louis, yeah. I got my own shit, yeah, nigga, yeah. I built my own brand, yeah. Fuck that, but damn, nigga, I'm my own man, nigga, Man, listen, 4 Giottos on all the cars, I did it back to back to back to back. I had 4 whips, nigga, talking about 100,000 on that. Yeah, track hawk, look at me, whoa, fireball down the street, fuck it. Then I sold that bitch, yeah, for a couple extra G's, whoa, nigga.
Himself being, doing, and having in his own mind.
Damn it, hello. What's up, nigga? You late, Farid? We got to go. We got business to get that, boy. Damn pockets, goddamn. Man, business before bullshit, people. Well, shout out to everybody on Gat Nation. G-Squad, of course, can't forget the goddamn G-Squirrel. And of course, the Gargoyle gang, the gang. Let me turn that motherfucker on, man. Hope y'all keeping it pure and positive and progressive. Of course, believing in yourself, working hard, never giving up, and not giving a fuck. The more you give a fuck, the more you want to give up. Just don't give a fuck and go hard, man. Believe in yourself. Encourage others, man. This is what I need everybody to do. Go out your way and do something for somebody else and don't tell nobody. You know what I mean? Don't tell nobody nothing. Just do it and just be like, you know what I mean? Keep it on the hush-hush. That's what y'all need to do. And then this is what I need y'all to do too. Everybody that's watching my channel right now, comment below a manifestation you have for yourself. Have them do that for me, Merlin. I want to see what these people want, where they want to go, what they want to be. Do that for me. 3 of them. Oh, Lord!
Sliding through in Malibu, $250,000 on every coupe. I'm real nigga in real estate, got an ocean view and a pool too. NBA money, but I don't hoop. Gated estate in Malibu. NBA money, but I don't hoop. Gated estate in Malibu. Sliding through in Malibu, $250,000 on every coupe. I'm real nigga in real estate, got an ocean view and a pool too. NBA money, but I don't hoop. Gated estate in Malibu. NBA money, but I don't hoop. Gated estate in Malibu. Sliding through in Malibu, $250,000 on every coupe. I'm a real nigga in real estate, got an ocean view in a pool too. Eat swordfish at Nobu. Fuck you and fuck you. She a bad bitch, she get flown through. Swing that pussy like Shamu. Stepping on shit like FAMU. Became a millionaire, you can't do like a millionaire. I'm investing too. Got a 4x4 like Quavo do. Offset on the 4Gs, ooh, taking off like a rocket. Ooh, space money like Elon Musk. In the Gargoyle, we do trust. Sliding through in Malibu, $250,000 on every coupe. I'm real nigga in real estate, got an ocean view and a pool too. NBA money, but I don't hoop. Gated estate in Malibu. NBA money, but I don't hoop. Gated estate in Malibu.
Yeah, we in the big G-Wagon. 4x4 square, it's not the G-Wagon. 4x4 square, it's a different understanding, man. Big dog shit ain't the baby mama mobile, it's the big daddy motherfucking machine, you hear me? But on the way to this interview, this podcast, gotta do the work, gotta get that media game up and spread the love back. This lady actually seen me driving in the Wraith and saw my tags, my Instagram, YouTube and stuff. Googled it. Saw my Instagram, saw my channel, hit me up like, oh, she would love to interview me because she saw that manifest on the back of the Rolls Royce. Is the type of understanding I have and a state of mind that goes right with her programming. So I'm like, yeah, I'd come do it, you know. So that's what I'm on the way to do right now. You know, I love doing interviews, love giving people that information, love telling my story. I hope that's encouraged and motivate others. And they can come from nothing to become something that believe in yourself, and manifestation is so real. So, you know, I'm a minister of manifestation. Ooh, another one. God damn it. Another one. Yeah, so I'm a minister of manifestation. I was out here to spread that manifestation word to my people so they could use that and grow from and inspire themselves and motivate others around them. So that's what I'm here to do. So I got to push that narrative to my people. So that's what I'm about to do for y'all, man. So when I get there, y'all gonna see me there. Make sure whatever her channel is gonna be below in the description. Her podcast, whatever, all the information will be below in the description, so you can listen to this and whatever else she got for y'all, man. AP on my wrist, I'm shining like this because I believe in myself and I never gave up, and I put it all online. I got ultra discipline and motivation. You hear me? There you go.
Gotta surround yourself with people that's like-minded and that focus on the same goal you focused on. I mean, birds of a feather flock together. If you're around 9 broke niggas, you gotta be the 10th one. So, you know, you gotta surround yourself with like-minded people. That's the time for success.
Circle got small, money got long. Continue the marathon, now the nip gone. Circle got small, money got long. Continue the marathon, now the nip gone. Cultivating health, cultivating wealth.
Look at that good turn, baby. Oh man, there's brand new transmission in this joint. Feeling good. I ain't got my views today. For some reason, it's so fogged up. Can't even see the ocean around it. God damn. The crazy thing about it, I'm so high up in the mountains that I overlook all the fog. But when I come down the mountain, it's a lot of clouds and fogs more down the mountain from where I'm at. So that just shows I'm really on top of Mount Olympus, man, on Gargoyle Mountain. So understand that, man. But yeah, it's one of them days, man, one of them good fogged up days. That's why I tell you people, you gotta appreciate the sunny days, because they do get cloudy, they do get dark, they do get thundery. So enjoy the sunny days. Thank you. AP.
You want to be a self-made millionaire, a king of oneself, the head of your family, somebody to take care of your mother, your family. Hustle hard, man, get some money.
Podcast, a little talk, you know, that's what I do best, is run the yapper, you know what I'm saying? I like the studio, the facility. I like the way it's set up, man, so let's see how it go. Walk through the door. Shout out to my dog Farid, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So you got 100 subscribers, right?
Yes, sir.
Get my guy to 1,000 subscribers, man. Link below in the description. Add him on YouTube right now. Let's get that going up, all the way up, man. Get him to 1,000 subscribers. Link below in the description. Hey, people.
Hello, this is the Journey to podcast, and I'm your host, Shanzanati. I believe life is about the journey, not the destination. To find the journey in every step of the road, the highs and lows, the twists and turns, the ups and downs. It's in those moments that makes life so beautiful. Our guest today has a journey of his own. His name is, well, I'm going to say he's known as Mr. Organic. So that's what we're going to call him, because that is what you're known as. Yes. He's the master of manifestation. He's a rapper, a YouTuber, an entrepreneur, and is best known for his social media content, which showcases his lavish lifestyle and vlogs. Please help me welcome Mr. Organic to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, no problem. You're welcome. That was a good intro too. You know, have no fear. Mr. Organic is definitely here, keeping it pure, positive, and prophetic.
Oh yes, we have no fear.
No.
Let's start off by talking about just that.
Right.
How did the name Mr. Organic come about?
Well, it was just something I always said. You know, it's always through the years you'll find a word that people use that basically can be placed anywhere that sounds good. At the time, probably like 10, 15 years ago, it was the word wavy that everybody was saying, wavy, I'm wavy, this wavy, this wavy. And it was a rapper named Max B that used it. And I like the word because I always go deeper than just what that word means. Because I think of the world as 75, 80% water. So if you wavy, that means you controlling the world, you controlling your earth. If you watery, and it also, you know, it rolls back to Bruce Lee saying, be like water. So I always like that wavy saying, but I was like, I don't like saying nobody on stuff because I'm an original person. So I was like, what can I say that translates so deep to the root and to the seed of people, but it's still me? And I was like, organic, because I always was fresh, I always was positive, I always had growth, always been a healthy person. And if you could put organic with anything, it sounds right. The world is organic, anything that's real is organic, everything that's original is organic, anything that's fresh. So it compiles everything that I am. So I just kept saying the word organic all the time with whatever I was doing. Like, I'm feeling organic today. I like my outfit, it's organic. Oh, she fine. No, she organic. And then people just start calling me Mr. Organic, and I just ran with it and made it to my own name and brand. And I put the K instead of a C, because K, you kill people with your realness, you kill people with your hustle, you kill people with your originality, you kill people with your creativity. So instead of a C, I put a K at the back so it really stand out.
when you talk, you just like naturally, organically, not to be cliche, you just kind of flow.
Right.
Have you always been this way?
Always been that way. Ever since a kid, I was just a charismatic, this oral energy person. Like people come around me, to just stuck. It's like a magnet, and I always been that way. So when I talk, it always had meaning. It always go deeper than what people ever think. 'Cause they see me, they put me in a category of a rapper or an athlete, in which I've done all those things to the top level. But really, my number one attribute is my brain, my creativity, and my understanding of life and purpose.
I want to talk about the athlete part because, I mean, let's see, you're 6'6".
Right.
You started off your whole career in basketball.
Right.
Basketball has been your life. It is your life. It was your world.
Right.
Can you, and I know unfortunately, or depending on, we understand the way the world works.
Yeah,
so depending on how you want to look at it,
it was
fortunate or
fortunate.
fortunate,
Yeah, very fortunate.
you had an injury and it shifted gears of outlook on life. Can you talk about that? And then again, the perspective of how you want to look at how that shifted the career path for you.
Yeah, I will always say, I think, really, you know where I'm from, and when you're from the inner city, whatever. I'm from Southeast San Diego. Also grew up in Carmondale, Illinois, a small town in Illinois, and we had no options. All the people I knew that was being successful was street guys, and I admired them. Only people I knew that made it out was athletes, so I admired them. So that's the things I gravitated to, because that's all I saw around me on money waking wise, because I love nice things. I always wanted money, so that did draw me to that environment. So only thing I ever did was either sell drugs or play basketball. That's the two things I was doing as a kid and when I got to high school. So basketball actually saved me from the streets. Every time I didn't do good in basketball, I went to the streets. Every time I wanted to get out the streets, I go to basketball. Like, it just went hand in hand with me. So yeah, I became a premier athlete. I got tall at a spurt that was just was a blessing, because I was pretty short my whole life, so I could dribble real good. So I was a real good dribbler because I was short. Then all of a sudden, my junior to senior year, I grew 6 inches, from 6 foot to 6'6".
Wow.
So yeah, so what happened was, I was still the best dribbler, but I was taller than everybody.
Right.
And now I could jump higher than everybody. So
Right.
it was like I was a real mutant, like, because there's nobody running as fast, dribbling as good, jumping as high at my size.
Right.
And I still was like a guard, so it was like people it was insane. Like, I was so skilled that I could have like left out of high school, but I was still a street guy too. So that time I'm playing basketball, I had a trap house, and I'm 15, 16, selling drugs all day, every day. So it was like, that's all I did. So basically what happened was, I stopped really going to school. So then my coach and I didn't get along. And it's another perspective that people got to tap into, that I tapped into, that I knew that my coach was wrong. I didn't allow him to ruin my life, because people will do that. When the coach don't play you, they don't like me. Oh, the coach don't like me, he ain't playing me. They give up in life. They give up the excuses. They just drop everything and just become a janitor or something. No, my coach didn't like me, cool. He got a problem, something wrong with him. I'm the one. So I generated my own way out of there, and I ended up going to the #1 junior college in the nation without even really going to school, because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do in high school. So I couldn't go to a Division I big school. So I had to go to a junior college. So I ended up graduating high school, which was a blessing. Now, I've been playing that much in high school, but still went to the #1 junior college in the nation, the best school I could possibly go to, because I never gave up, and I never listened to nobody that downplayed me or tried to put me in a box. So that was a blessing. Then when I got to school, I did pretty good, but at the same time, school is not for me. I couldn't really get my grades right because I wasn't paying attention in class. I didn't care about class, but I still was good in ball. When I ended up going to, out in Arizona, and supposed to play out there, Arizona State, but once again, my grades weren't right. So what happened was, like I said, when I don't do basketball, I go to the streets. So I ended up leaving school and just going to the streets and getting money that way. And I did that for 2-3 years and did pretty good for myself, but it still was dangerous. I was doing something that I don't condone nobody doing, because, like I said, my first objective is to get the money. I'm not worried about whatever come with it. I'm with it. That's just life for me. If I sign up for it, give me everything that come with it, good, bad, or ugly. I'm not going, oh, this come with it. Well, yeah, it do. You can't just win all the time.
Yeah.
So I signed up for that, and I had to deal with it. But by God's grace, he spoke to me one night, and it was like something I really supposed to do that was going to get bad, and end up, leaving that situation and going to Minnesota and being with somebody that played in the NBA. Once again, basketball saved me from the streets. And I end up playing basketball after 2 years of not playing, just being in the streets, making it to the G League. It's like the minor league of the NBA.
Yeah.
Straight from the streets. Went in there, tried out, made the team. It's called the Sioux Falls Skyforce. You could Google it.
Yeah.
And it's the minor league NBA. So end of the day, like I said, it was basketball in the streets. Basketball saved my life. When I got to the Sioux Falls Skyforce, like the first scrimmage game, I tore my MCL and my meniscus in both knees, and I had to just find another way. Went back to Minnesota, grinded up, and you know.
Wait, I want to stop you right
Yeah,
there.
okay,
When that happened,
right.
Okay, here you are. You did all of this,
Right.
kept working and working and working, and mentally knew, okay, I'm on my path.
Right.
I'm going to be an athlete. This
Right.
is my dream.
Mm-hmm.
First game, you're in the NBA, you're in the G League.
Right.
You have an injury. Your
Yeah.
very first game.
Very first scrimmage game.
First, what is your mindset like?
Even
at that
before
moment?
that, as I'm going through training camp, always, because once again I grew 6 inches, so my plates was always a little off. I grew so fast, so I was tall, but I always had knee pain. So as I'm in the camp, every day we doing 2 a days, and my knees are swelling every day. They swell. I'm trying to put ice on them. They still swelling every day. I'm sitting in the bed like, man, I'm calling my homeboy like, hey boy, I don't know if I can do this, man. My knees swole, man. This is about to be a wrap. But he's like, man, it's all right, man. You meant to be there. So
But you knew it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't right because there's no way I can handle this. Because people are getting cut by the NBA. These are top tier individuals in the world getting cut from the NBA, coming down to the CBA,
Right.
playing against us, and they coming in a whole different speed. My knees hurt. I could barely get up in the morning. And I gotta go against them, and I knew it wasn't working. So I fought through it as I always did in my life, and I played in that game, and my knees was hurting, and it popped, pow. They couldn't handle the pressure, and I just sat there in the hotel that night like, man, I know it's over. Now I know there's no more basketball for me. I'm already 26 years old. I was already older than probably everybody. I don't know if I ever made the team. It was just my mental capacity so
Right.
strong. But yeah, so I'm like, man, it's a wrap this time. Like my knees are swole. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And at this time, I left, Phoenix, whatever I was at the time, doing my, street stuff. So I couldn't go back there because things went bad for my people out there. So I knew I wasn't going there. When I was in Minnesota, the person I knew out there, we wasn't that cool no more. So it's like I couldn't really go there. And I wasn't going home to my mom. I'm 26 years old. Like, I'm never going home to mom. So it's like, what I'm going to do? So they just gave me a ticket back to Minnesota, and I had to figure my way out when I got there. But I knew basketball was over for me, and I had to find another path.
All right. So you're like, I have to find another path.
Right.
What's the mindset like what's the next step? How do you mentally stay sane?
Right.
Or did you go through a depression?
Right.
What was the mental process like at that moment?
The thing about me, like my little brother always said, I just got such a delusional mindset that I never see like it's over for like my life.
Yeah.
Like maybe this situation is over,
Yeah.
I accept that, but for life, I'm the guy. I've been the guy my whole life, so I'm not gonna let that go for nothing. So it's never like, oh, what I'm gonna do? It's over for me. Boom, I'm finna just sit here and just decompose. No, I was like, I'm finna find me something else to do. This one meant for me. Boom, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Whatever I got to do, it's finna be done. And like I said, anything else fails, I go to my street mode, and it's whatever come with it. I go to the jungle, and I'm a lion, and I'm gonna eat and kill whatever if I got to. I hate to do it, but I will. So that was my mindset. I just got to go back to the streets. You know what I mean? And that's what I did.
Okay. So you did that.
Right.
And then what happened?
Well, I did that, and I basically not even like I had to really go to the streets. I just went to that mode and found the way. Like
Okay.
I got an apartment that a guy I knew out there. I wasn't messing with him no more, but it was an apartment of people he had in there.
Yeah.
So I just went in there like Nino Brown, kicked him out and took it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here now. Like I don't mess with this dude no more. Y'all getting out or else. You know what I'm saying? So that's when the street mode kicked back in, and they got up out of there, and I took that apartment over for 6 weeks, and I was just chilling. And I figured a way. All I did was just go out because I always was a cool guy. Even with no money, I still looked like this. I had a perception about myself. So I'm just going out. Tell you the truth, what I really was doing, I was just going out getting women. I was just being like a gigolo type, you know what I mean? They want to be around me, in my circumference, they got to maintain me. So I really was just going out, being fly, going to clubs, just getting girls, and they was making sure I was good. And that's what I did for like 5-6 months. And then I figured my way out because I had a program in my brain to do stuff for kids. Because like I said, basketball, it's going to be some street stuff for basketball. And it's a program I want to do to train little kids that no one really done, for like little kids from like 3rd grade to 4th grade. It was a gap that people never trained. And one of my friends had a basketball academy, and I told him the idea. He was like, man, that's cool, you try it out. So I went to that basketball academy, started with like two kids, and then grew it to like 100 kids. And I ran that program and started doing basketball training from 10 years after that. And that's where I found my transition back to basketball. Like it's one or the other, you know what I'm saying? So then I went to doing that basketball academy and training kids for like the last 10 years before I found YouTube and all that stuff.
Okay. So you find your passion. You're able to mirror your passion with the basketball, with helping children,
Right.
inspiring children, and then YouTube comes about.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Well, I saw a documentary on Netflix about YouTubers, how much money they make. And I always knew I had a charismatic personality, a real magnetism about me. and I always could talk and always was funny. So I was like, man, if I get on this YouTube, I just got to figure it out. Man, I know I could be good at it. You know what I'm saying? And one of my best friends, at this time I started doing music too, one of my best friends was doing all the music videos. So I told him, like, hey man, if you just record me, we could do YouTube. But I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just didn't know like what was my niche, because that's the key. So I thought about it. That was like 5 years before I started. Then I said, man, I don't know what to do. Forget it. I ain't thinking about it no more. And then my friend, my ace boom coon, my dog Tall Guy Car Reviews, his name is Slim. I was just at his wedding. Congratulations to him. But he came in the office one day. We was both training in the academy. He was like, man, I want to do YouTube. I'm like, man, I've been thinking about, I thought about that too. Like, but I'm going to do, and he came with the idea, like, I want to do cars. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea, because I always knew, and he always knew, the key to breaking into something is like, because white people do it all the time. They do stuff niggas do, black people do, and then they'll blow up. They do black man dance, or they talk like, and boom, they blow up. So let's do it the reverse way. Let's do what a white person do and do it the nigga way. And that's what he did. So we started doing car reviews, but we was being ourselves. So instead of being like, oh, this is a BMW 254, you can press the button here, it got 2,000 horsepower. No, we like, hey man, you press the button to come down, boom, you can sit back, drive like this. We just being ourselves.
Right.
So people gravitated to those reviews,
yeah.
and then we found the way in there.
Yeah.
And that was the key. You find a niche, you get rich. So boom, we start doing the car reviews. From the car reviews, start getting our own cars. From our own cars, we start living our lives. And then we got them in, and then boom, we broke through YouTube. Shout out to my dog, Slim.
Let's talk about the breakthrough, because
right.
I mean, your everything you do goes viral, and your videos focus on your lavish lifestyle. Let's talk about your cars and
right.
your homes. Can you touch on that and your fleet, what that looks like?
Right. So yeah, you know, God is great. You know, once you have that, you know, that power of believing in yourself, and that will for all, never giving up, and whatever come with it, you can get anything in this world. Like, people don't understand the power of manifestation is truly you become a creator. So I say myself, I call one of my nicknames, 3 of them, the God. They're like, you're not God. I never call myself God. I said 3 of them, the God, because I'm a creator, and I created my own world, and I did it right before everybody's eyes, because I dreamt it, I believed it, and I went after it, and I achieved it. You know, so people don't understand how powerful it is. So I feel that's my purpose, to show them that this is real. Like, look what I go back 5 years ago and look now. That's all it took me, 5 years to create this, you know what I'm saying, euphoria of greatness. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, we start doing that. Boom, we in Minnesota, by the way. So let's get understanding. It's 8% black people in Minnesota.
Yeah.
There is no creators ever been in Minnesota history.
Right.
So not only we in Minnesota where there's no creators, it's only 8% black people, and we broke our way out there. Then not to mention that every winter is the coldest winter in the world, just about. It's colder than Antarctica sometimes.
Right.
-50 with wind, with ice.
Right.
So we doing car reviews, so we got to figure a way to do this. I mean, like,
yeah.
they understand what we did. We
right.
came through the, you know what I'm saying, the ice age, and created something like we real Neanderthalic caveman, one of them ones you never seen nothing like this in life.
Right.
So they got to appreciate us. So anyway, yeah, we found our way, broke through, and we made something in Minnesota. And I was the guy in Minnesota because, like I said before, I was already going out downtown. People already rocked with me. I already had all the girls. All it was cool. But now I got the fame with it. Now I got the money with it too. So it made it even more like supersized. So my homeboy Slim was like, man, I'm gonna move to LA, because that's how we got opportunity of lifetime to go big. Like, but me, I'm like, man, I dreamt of just getting to this level. I'm like,
yeah.
I got a downtown apartment overlooking the city, 32 floors up, the best view, big old balcony. I got a Corvette, got a Hellcat. I'm living crazy.
Yeah.
But it's still, but in reality terms of the big world,
right,
it's normal.
Yes.
So I'm a big, like how I'm living now, brain dude. So I'm like,
yeah.
damn, you right. So he went out here first. He came out to LA first, boom. He got his first supercar, McLaren. I seen it, and I'm still in Minnesota. He left. I'm like, damn, you right, bro. I got to go big. So I watched him go, and then I followed behind him 6 months later. Took that leap of faith. So you gotta understand, Minnesota, I'm paying $1,800 for the best apartment in the city.
Right.
You come to LA, you're gonna have to pay $5,500 just for a cool top level. And this is downtown LA, so you paying $4,000 more for the same thing you have out there.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Shit, me, I'm cool. So
yeah.
Stay where I'm at. Man.
Yeah.
Save money. But I said, forget it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I came, I took that leap of faith, and it changed my life. So I moved here like almost two years ago. And I came here scared to know what I was going to do. But like I said, I say no fear, but it's not like you don't have it. You're not accepting it. I say no fear because it's just an energy. Accept the fear. Don't be running from it. Yeah, have no fear. Come on, give it to me. I got you. Come with me. Yeah, you scaring the shit out of me, but let's go. Accept it. And that's what I did. And you take those leap of faith and you attach yourself to that fear, and you will go to a different stratosphere. So I came, saw, conquered. 2 years later, now I'm in Malibu, 2-acre estate. You know, I got the 488 Spider Ferrari. I got the 4x4 G-Wagon, not the regular G-Wagon. No. This is the 4x4 square. There's only 1 of 300. My color I got is 1 of 20. Yeah, the McLaren 720S. The doors go like that, boom, boom. Not the regular like this. No, it got the extra, the roof come up with it. Yeah, AMG GT, 2-door Benz, the one with the long nose. Not the regular one, not no 550. No, it's an AMG GT. Google it. Legendary. You know what I'm saying? And what else I got? Oh, the Rolls Royce Wraith. I can't forget that. That's what you see me in, right? With the manifest on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and of course I bought my mom a Benz. I gave my brother a Hellcat Superstock, you know. I got my mom in the condo around the lake and all that. I take care of all that, like, so I take care of my people. So not only did I manifest and build my enterprise and build the world for me, I did it for everybody around me.
Oh, okay. Why was that important for you to do that? What you just said right there. Why the importance of not just taking care of yourself, making sure you take care of your circle.
Right. Because at first I was on a selfish mission of greatness, and everybody knows it around me. As you hear my story, you never hear no one was with me. You never hear no one helped me. You never hear no one was by my side. I was going to war with the world by myself, but I was okay with that. I knew I was built for that. You know what I'm saying? I always picture myself like Thanos from Avengers. I was that one that had a mission to change the world on my own, or whatever came with it. So I never looked at, oh, they didn't help me. No, because y'all don't understand. I knew they couldn't understand me. I knew they didn't get it, and they was gonna get it when it's already there, and that's fine. So I never held grudges against no one that believed in me, no one that helped me or checked on me and all that stuff. That's okay. I'm a man. But when it comes to me becoming successful and I reach my goal, now I can reach back. You know what I'm saying? And say, see, I told y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's okay. Y'all know I don't owe you nothing.
Right.
I don't owe nobody. No one can say, man, but no.
Right.
To tell you the truth, even my dog Slim, that we came with the idea, I gave him $100,000 cash just for being real and put me in this position to give me that idea, and we grinded together. That's my dog. People with 100 million wouldn't do that for people. But I'm just so pure and real, I reciprocate the karma of the world that blessed upon me. So once I got to a position of power, I always told my mom, give me a year. You ain't have to worry about nothing. And she believed me. I told my brother, don't worry, man. I appreciate you for taking care of me in high school. Let me stay with you. Because, as I'm saying, in high school, we had a trap house at my brother's house.
Yeah.
But I moved out my mom's house because we was in the projects. I lived with my older brother, and we did what we had to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he allowed me to be who I was the whole time. So he didn't understand when I gave him that car. He didn't know where it came from. No, I don't forget nothing. You allowed me to be me in high school. Didn't give me no rules. I did what I want to. But I did it in my own way. I hustled, but I still was smart. I never did a drug in my life. Never smoked weed, nothing. I never drunk alcohol, nothing. Only thing I was addicted to was knowledge and money. And that may be a problem, but so what? That's what I was on. So I may have that and nothing else. So I was right, and he was right for allowing me to do that. So I gave him that car for that. So yeah, it was very important to give back to my family so they could see it. Because where we come from, like I said, the people I looked up to, it was just a 1% chance people like the NBA or a drug dealer who only got a couple years before they up out of there. So I made a different lane. Now people can see that this is possible, to build a brand, being yourself. Everybody, if you ask a kid right now what they want to be when they grow up, they're going to say a YouTuber. They're going to say influencer or have their own brand. That's what people are on right now. So I'm a black person coming from the hood, coming from the street, that keeping it real, not a cookie cutter. I'm not acting like Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not acting like Goofy or nothing on my channel. I'm cussing. I'm talking real shit. You didn't see me fight people. You didn't see people try to rob me. I beat them up, take the gun from them. I'm a real serious guy, but I'm pure. I'm positive. But I ain't gonna let nobody play with me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's very important to feed my people and also show my people that you can do it. You can be real, come from the streets and all that, but still doing it in a positive manner and give back to your people and show them another way.
It's so interesting you're saying what you're saying. I was just having a conversation with a friend yesterday about that. Like, people can only understand and only love and only give advice to their capacity of what they know for themselves.
Right.
So to your point, you're right. You can't hold, hold a grudge towards someone for not understanding because they just don't know. They're not walking in your shoes.
Right. Yeah, I could never, and I couldn't be like, man, you wouldn't. Man, I knew you couldn't understand this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My grandma told me I was different from birth. I'm left-handed. Everything about me is different. I always dress different. I always talk different. I always believe different. I knew it. So how I know I'm different and I expect you to understand me? That don't make sense. I'm smart enough to understand that. But now, don't let anybody don't doubt me. You better believe whatever I say and just watch me and get with it now while you got a chance. Because it's going to be the unlimited buffet of billions going to come around here. I'm going to create so many opportunities, people. So don't look at me and be like, I don't know. You better get it now. It's on. But back then, they couldn't understand it. But now they got it.
Let's talk about the circle, your circle now. So
Right.
just as we're talking about that, the mindset and so forth. How small is your circle? What does your circle consist of? Who do you lean on? What's that look like for you?
Yeah, my circle is minuscule. Like it's almost like a decimal. Whatever. It's something smaller than decimal. I don't know. But it's like one of the little stars on this boo on the wall
Yeah.
right there. It's that little.
Yeah.
My dog Slim, my ace boom coon, that's who we bounce off each other. We like yin and yang, but it's like a mirror image in our brain and our hustle. And that's really who I bounce off. And then my other dog, Will Harris, he also do YouTube too. His channel is Anatomy of a Fighter. And I got a couple of outside guys, my guy Rod. That's one of my good guys. But it's really only 2-3 people I really rock with on earth like that. That's it. Always been that way. I don't. Even when I was downtown going out doing it, I by myself. I never need 100 people with me. I never needed no 100 goons and have 100 girls around me and solidifying my greatness. No, I was a werewolf. I'm by myself. I don't need a pack of wolves. I'm like a saber-toothed tiger. I'm a different species. So I always move by myself because I know everybody can't move like me. But if someone is like me, I keep them around. And you see, it's rare. It's only 2 or 3 people that I rock with that close in my entire life, and they still here, the same ones.
Because you know that you're different, and
Right.
you're saying that you're different. What does different look like for you? What does the day-to-day of different, quote unquote, look like for you?
Yeah, see, the difference is I just say, like I said, I say different, but I really just mean that I'm organic. Like
Yeah.
I'm just who I am, and I ain't even going out my way to be different. I was born this way,
Right.
from the seed. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm from the seed. Like a lot of people say they're from the mud. I use the mud to grow. Like that was fertilizer for me. I use other people's shit to grow off that.
Yeah.
And I seen that because a wise man learn from others' mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take mine too, though. But I'm going to learn more from yours. So give me that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, day and night for me is just a lot of brainstorming. That's why I call myself and my people, we gargoyles, because gargoyles come in life at night. You know, they made out of stone, but they got wings, so they fly. Like I'm a fly person. But anybody play with me, they might not make it to see tomorrow. Because I'm not going to allow that to happen. I take care of too many people, got too many responsibilities. So I'm not to be played with in no shape, form, and fashion. But I'm chilling, you know what I mean? But I will come to life if I got to. So I'm up all night. I'm thinking. I always an insomniac. I couldn't sleep. My brain moved too fast. I'm always thinking new products, new deals, new partnerships, new apps. I'm just always on to the new thing. So that's why, I call my people, we gargoyle gang. Gang stands for going after new goals. We turn the negative into a positive. We feed off positive energy. So yeah, I'm just always grinding in my brain and coming up with new stuff. Now when I wake up, it's time to go. I gotta, get my vlog out. I gotta go over my merchandise orders. Gotta get those shipped. I gotta, check on my schedule for the week. I got podcasts to do. I got, I got a whole bunch. I gotta pay all these bills. You know what I'm saying? All this money come with a lot of bills, baby. So yeah, I gotta make sure that's in order. It's just on. It's just on. That's how I put it like that. When I'm up, it's on at all times.
That was great. I was getting ready to ask you what your day-to-day like, and specifically, and you just gave it to me.
Oh yeah, gotta do it.
What is it like for you mentally? What was it like for you mentally shifting from then athlete to YouTuber, and then also what you just mentioning, entrepreneur, wearing all these multiple hats?
Yeah, from athlete to entrepreneur, it was like a seamless transaction because it's the same repetition. I'm saying I was a person of repetition. I go to the gym. Like now, health is wealth for me. So I take care of my body in the most, dramatic form. I'm 39 years old. You can't tell it with my shirt off. You look at my skin. I ain't playing. So it's like I always knew that's very important and potent to me. So I was an athlete. I just transitioned that work ethic. That same thing when I was a kid and the coach didn't believe in me. I believed in myself. I'm not needing you to believe in me. Who are you? You just a high school coach, bro. You ain't what you got, man. That's nothing to me. So no way you can cap me off at something when you ain't got possible. You ain't made it possible for yourself for no freedom. You still working here, so you can never get me no understanding about me. So I always had a strong mindset. So I use that same athletic brain and hustle and motivation and discipline to become an entrepreneur. And I was just a person that had multiple intangibles on being an athlete. So I could dribble, I could shoot, I could play defense, I could shoot free throws, I could shoot threes. So I use that same thing to be an entrepreneur because a millionaire has 7 different streams of income. So I use all those attributes brought it over to being an entrepreneur. So not just being a YouTuber, not just being a rapper, not just being an author, not just having products, not just having a podcast. I wanted everything. So I just breasted it out. Same attributes I use in sports, I use that in my business acumen.
What is there one hat that you think that you wear that's superior to the other hats, if that makes sense? Is there like one component that's like, okay, this is my path, this is my baby, this is really
sure.
my, what would that be?
I mean, the path that I know that I'm going to, and that's going to separate me from everybody that ever, that went into this field, is just being a creator. And if you think of a creator, you think of Kanye.
Yeah.
That's what I am. I'm just like basically a hood version of Kanye. He's a creator. And what and like Master P, like them guys, like them the guys that I hone, like, okay, I'm like that. Creator, because that means I got access to everything and have equity everything. If I'm a creator, I'm an owner. If I own everything, I get all the money, a percentage of whatever I do and create. That's the key to wealth. Because I looked at the Master P mantra from music. He owned 90% of his catalog from the beginning. Most people didn't do that. So he had ownership. You see what I'm saying? So he made a lane for himself. Then I look at Kanye. He was 55 million in debt 6 years ago, right? Now he's worth 5-6 billion because he made a transition from just being a worker to being a creator and owner. So once he left Nike and they was giving him little pennies for his shoe, that was the #1 shoe ever, he said, I need money off that. They said, no, cool. He went to Adidas, became the creator, became the owner. Now he's worth 5 billion. So everybody need to look at that. So that's what my main hat is, a creator. So you're going to see me doing collabs with big companies, and you're going to see the Mr. Organic boom, that bam, like I created BAM, and have ownership of that. So my main hat is a creator.
Let's talk about some of your creations. So your vlogs on YouTube, obviously everything you do and touch trends. What's the key to that? What would you say is the key to trending?
Just being yourself, being original. Of course, you got to, see something before it gets big too, and then, either utilize it or make it a manipulation of it. But the key is being original, being organic, finding something that no one's doing, and then doing it your own way, or someone's doing it a different way. So you take that and put your own spin on it another way, and that's the key: being yourself and taking advantage of the opportunity and putting it out there, not being afraid to fail and not being afraid to fall. Take those leaps of faith. Take those risks. Risk takers rule the world. Everybody else work for them.
Can you give 3 tips? 3 tips you can give to someone who may be watching or listening, who may have aspirations to be a YouTuber. What can they do to get started? And also, what kind of advice can you give to someone who already has a YouTube channel and is going and trying to build that audience?
I mean, the 3 things I always used, and that got me to this position. You can hear it in my voice, my style, and my understanding is believe in yourself, never give up, and never give a fuck. That's the 3 things I always tell people, because that's going to transition to whatever else. Now, to be a YouTuber or be an entrepreneur, whatever it is, you got to take leaps of faith. You got to be consistent, and you have to never stop. That's the key. You got to be consistent. You got to take those leaps of faith, and you can never stop. That's the only way you're going to be successful. Like, I had so many people that was around me that did music, do this and that, and the majority of the time they weren't consistent. They're not putting stuff out enough, or they quit, or they slow down. Like Nip said, it's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? So that's the key, man. You put that in motion, you'll never stop. And plus, I wrote a book, How to Be a YouTuber and Entrepreneur. You go to Amazon, go ahead, put Mr. Organic in there as a pop-up. I wrote 2 books, and I made a coloring book for kids. Shout out to my dog, Dr. X. He also co-authored that with me. But yeah, I wrote a book on how to be a YouTuber and entrepreneur. That was #1 in this category. And also, Organic Seeds of Greatness, Financial Freedom, helping people how to build their credit, how to get loans, how to, use your insurance to get compounded interest. It's all type of different things that people need to know, and it's very important. Credit is extremely important. So once I understood all that stuff, it took me to another level, from stock to crypto. I mean, all that stuff. Yeah, but yeah, YouTuber and all that stuff, consistency, taking leaps of faith, and then never stopping.
Your books. You
Yeah.
are an author.
Right.
You have several books.
Mm-hmm.
Can you touch on the writing process for you? What's that like for you? What do you do? What can one find inside of your books, and what makes your writing so unique?
Yeah, like I said, most of my writing is straight through my brain. Like, I had a co-author, my dog, Dr. X, Dr. O. We just sit there and brainstorm. We chop it up, and he just line it all up for me. So all my thoughts go in there. He just put it in the the writing for me. I do the audible part for myself and all that too. So yeah, it's just straight from my mind, straight to the book. You know, that's how I do my music too. I don't write nothing down. I just go in there, put the beat on, I go right to it. Blah, blah, blah. It's just really like a voice blog. I ain't got time to be making up nothing. It's real, so let it go. And that same thing I do with my books. I just express my thoughts and put it in book form. He write it down, boom, we got it out. So I'm actually working on my next book, The Master of Manifestation. You know, it's just like a real nigga secret type shit. You know what I mean? To crack the different codes to get us up out of there.
Can you touch on that a bit? What is the Master of Manifestation in your opinion?
Yeah, the Master of Manifestation is just what I am, because I just go back to when I was a kid and everything I dreamt of and everything I used to write down, I have now. I could listen to songs 10 years ago and me explaining things I want, or where I'm going to go, what I'm going to have, what I'm going to do. And I got all that and then some. So I know it's real because I lived it and done it. So once you tap into that, it's like it's a purpose to give that back to the world, because you know how potent it is. So the Master of Manifestation is just, the different seeds I want to put in people to know everything is possible. Not only anything is possible, literally everything is possible. So that's my main thing to get to the people. Anything and everything is truly possible. And I'm going to voice that to them.
Okay, so you clearly, as I'm talking to you, and everything you're saying from the beginning is about service, of how you're giving and how you're able to give of service to other people.
Right.
What do you do for you to give of service to yourself?
Yeah, like once I start getting everything I ever wanted, it really pushed me back. Once I got every car I wanted, every piece of jewelry, every watch. I always had girls, so that was never like, oh, I gotta get the girls. I had too many of them. Like I would start falling back off that, because now that becomes a problem. Now it becomes a hindrance on my growth, because that could go wrong. So I had to, push myself away from that. But once I got everything I ever wanted, for the most part, dreamt of and touched it and seen it, I just felt my purpose from God. He anointed me to be the person to get this to people. Motivation, inspiration, motivation, manifestation, self-affirmation, self-confidence, self-motivation. I just felt that was my purpose to do so. So for me I don't even do much. Anybody knows me, if you even pay attention to my blog, like truly pay attention. Where do I go? What do I do? I don't do much. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you catch me out partying, catch me going to the mall, but I wear my own clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like I just be chilling. I like to work out. I like to watch my little YouTube stuff. I like to just come up with ideas and create and get money. So I don't know. I feel like I've done everything for myself a long time ago when I didn't have nothing. When I was just a regular broke person that's had these ambitions. I lived the life that a millionaire should live. I was already out at all the clubs getting treated like a king, having every woman I wanted when I didn't have nothing. So I already did all that. So now I'm really like in a different stage that I just want to, motivate and inspire people. But I do have to do more traveling. I want to see more worldly things. I want to see more architecture. I want to do all that stuff I read about and seen in books and documentaries. So that's the only thing I need to do for myself more, and I'm going to get to that. But other than that, I've done it all. You know what I'm saying? Like everything I do is just business or investment. So even like I try to explain to people, they see this jewelry, they be like, oh man, you spend money on jewelry. No, when you really got money, you got to move that money around. Like this is investment. This next year, this same chain gonna be worth more money. This gold and diamonds, that goes up. Next year, this watch, no question, this is an AP. It's an expensive watch. Next year, it will cost more. It will go up. You ain't looking at nothing but a saving account, marketing tool, promotional tool, and you got to worry about your taxes. So you got to move that money around, clean it up. So you got to know these things. So if you're a smart businessman, you will get this. It's not just showing off. Not only is it promotion and put eyeballs in, but it's actually walking investments. Not even savings account. These appreciate, not depreciate.
Oh, good point there. What do you do when you don't have it to get to that point? So when you want those things that you have, and a person maybe they want to be a YouTuber too, and they feel that they need to have go the route that you're going or mimic the lifestyle that you have.
Right.
Is that the only way to do it if they're trying to climb a similar path the way that you're doing it?
It all depends which genre they tap it into. You could be on YouTube, just be a fisher. You just need a fishing pole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to be a lifestyle guy that people want to look like you, live like you, girls want to be you, then of course you got to tap into those elements of being in shape and dressing good and having good jewelry and all that stuff. But to tell you the truth, from the seed, like I said, I always go to the clubs. I'm getting there like athletes. I'm moving around and having the same girls as all these people with hundreds of millions of dollars because my perception was up. So not only am I a master of manifestation, I am a perceptionist. That's another thing I came up with. And all that is you just correlating. People like to make this a bad thing, but no, it's actually a great thing if you think of the concept. It's called faking it to make it. It's okay because most people don't do the end part of it, right? They're just faking it.
Right.
But if you faking it to make it, makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
I mean, look like I am here till I get there.
Yeah.
Now I'm here, now I get everything. So put a little sauce on it. You know what I mean? Make it look better than what it is. And then you really gonna get it, and then you be like, hi, I'm really here, relax. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta put that perception in the world. And it's like manifestation, but it's extra little, you know what I mean, little sauce on there. Yeah, you gotta manipulate your surroundings. You know what I mean? Make them believe. Because the more you believe, the more somebody else gonna believe around you. Make the world believe who you think you are. I always tell people, they be like, man, who you think you is? I'm exactly who you think I am. That's me. God bless you on your path. You bless me.
What's next? What's next for you? If you can share.
Yeah, you know.
What you can share with the audience.
Yeah, I mean, the next step I want to do is, like I said, I just want to, my end game dream is me having a big old just warehouse, right? I just want a big old warehouse, and there's a lot of just smart, like, think tank people around me that I could sit in a big old desk like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, and I just sit there and just say my ideas to people like, okay, today I want to do these, robots. I want them to be able to clean the house. They look like people. I want them to go around. Boom. Let's get that going. Boom. Get out of here. Now I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I want to have my own. I want my own flower company, Mr. Organic Flowers. So people got the big Venus flowers, smell good. No, I want Mr. Organic Flowers. It's gonna be made like this with boom, boom, boom. Go get on that. Bam. I want to. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be a creator of create. I just want to sit in a big old think tank and create all day. I want to come up with 3 to 5 businesses a week and let this all sprout out. That's what I want to do. Not only that, I also want to, I got an app I'm working on with stock trading and crypto that people could practice on it, but at the same time get real money. I got that coming too, so stay tuned. And also I'm working on something major too, like, like we got Mr. Clean, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna have Mr. Organic. You know what I mean? And all organic products in the cleaning products. So he gonna be up out there because who is he? He don't exist, white dude. Bald man, come on. I'm really Mr. Organic. I'm here, and I want you to clean your stuff in the right way, all organic ingredients. Because I saw what Jessica Alba did with that Honest company. She got $1 billion off it. I need some of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see everything. I see all the business move. I need $1 billion quick.
Yeah.
But once I get that first billion, I can relax.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get that billion. I've been had millions. Come on, man. I need them bees.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about, I look at the billionaires. Okay. Yeah, so Mr. Clean got to go. We're going Mr. Organic. All organic ingredients in the cleaning products. God.
Do you think it'll ever be a moment where you're, let's say, once that happens, do you think that there'll ever be a moment where you're not climbing for the next, aspiring for something different, where you really just like chilling, just relaxing?
Nah, it's my purpose. You know what I'm saying? My purpose is a selfish mission to help others and grow things and make people get understanding. That's why I ain't got no kids. That's why I ain't got no woman. I just got me. I just got my grind. That's why I don't indulge in things that's why I never gambled. I never drunk alcohol. I never smoked weed. I never will. That is not me. My purpose is to be focused. My purpose is to grind and build and spread these seeds to the people. That's what God put me here for. I'm a vessel for that. And the world will understand it if they like it or not. And I ain't cookie cutter. I'm a cuss. I'm going to have women. I'm going to do all that. Yeah, because that's what I want. But end of the day, my purpose will be fulfilled. And I'm going to change people's lives by keeping it pure. I'm not going to be one of these guys acting like a pastor to get caught playing with kids in the church and all that. Or acting like I'm the happily married man to get caught cheating, doing threesomes and all that. No, I'm a single man. I do whatever I want. Say what I want. I ain't got no attachment to nothing. Because I really don't got to do nothing for nobody. But I feel like I'm pushed to do that, so I will do so. But I'm going to keep it pure and do whatever I want in the meantime.
Okay, well, since you mentioned that, is that a desire of yours? Or are you looking to settle down and have a family and so forth?
Never thought about it.
Really?
Never been in my mind. Never
so your
thought no wet picket
always
fits.
in business. Ever.
Always. Me, business and helping my people and get them understanding. Like I had a girl, probably had like 2 girlfriends in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm 39 years old. That's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's never their fault. Like I never oh, she didn't. No, every girl I was around, there was legendary people. It's just me. It's not for me. It holds me from where I really want to be and where I really truly need to be. I'm here for my people, and I need free. And people need Mr. Organic. Because it's people that's married that's miserable. It's people that got jobs that hate it. It's people that got kids they didn't want. That's a big mistake. It's just the truth. And they stuck with them. They hate them kids. It is what it is. See, I have none of that. So they can live through me. I'm the vessel of my people. And they can see me and live through me, and they can be happy and enjoy my life because they can't enjoy theirs. So that's what I'm here for.
Wow. Okay. Tell us what's your secret to staying whole?
My secret to staying whole is just keeping it pure with myself. I can look in the mirror every night and truly be happy who I am. I can't be like, man, today I got to come up with it. No, I look at myself and like, man, you is doing it. I look around like, man, you did all this yourself. You truly are you. People ask me what I do for a living. I tell them I do me for a living. And it's true. I thank God I didn't become an athlete. Like we said earlier, it wasn't unfortunate. It was fortunate. It's tattooed on my arm, actually fortunate that I didn't become an athlete. Because they can't even talk. Name me an athlete that stands up for a cause that's still in the league or any of those leagues. Give me one. You got LeBron, but he's the most hated person in the NBA. They just did a poll. You see what I'm saying? And he's the top player in the league, got all these championships, all these great things, and he's the most hated person in the NBA. Now, why? Because he kind of speaks his mind. Not even that much, just a little bit. Name me another person, name me another athlete right now that's in any of those leagues that speaks their mind and they still there. They're not, because they can't. So I have a purpose, I got a voice, and I could use it and I could build my people up. I could give them everything I could give them, and they could win and using my mantras and understandings.
All right. Well, I want to wrap up with the segment that I call Tell and Tell, which is a play on the word show and tell. What is something that you can tell the audience that has deeply impacted you, something that the world does not know about you?
What deeply impacted me, I would say, I really don't know, because, like I said, I was so delusional in my path that I never dwell on things, you know what I'm saying? So I probably need to take time sometime and really think about my life, like, what did you been through? Because I just be going forward,
Yeah.
I did lose my dad, like when I was in 7th grade, but I never knew him, right? So I don't feel like it truly impacted me, but the more I heard about him, the more I looked like him, and people saying, man, you're just like him. I probably wish I had more interactions with him when he was here, because he was a legendary guy, you know what I'm saying? So I think that probably impacted me, that I never had a dad around like most people don't from the black community. 75% of us grow up without fathers. So I just feel that could have did something good for me. That probably made me go harder. But at the end of the day, he gave me this legendary DNA. So I think that was the biggest blessing. Me not knowing him, and he just blessed me with his genetic shit.
Yeah. Well, you probably still feel him in spirit, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably do. I blessed him. He lucky with me.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciated this conversation. If someone wants to follow you on your journey, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, it's Mr. Organic, organic with a K. One word on Instagram, so it's MR Organic. Instead of a C, put a K. That's my Instagram. Also, YouTube is Mr_Organic. Same thing with a K instead of a C, MR_Organic. And you want my products, books, soap, sanitizers, clothing, whatever you want, organiclifestyle.com. Organic with a K, lifestyle with a Y. Organiclifestyle.com.
Well, thank you, Mr. Organic, for being on the show. I appreciate it as you drop some gems here.
Oh, yeah.
Much
seeds. We giving seeds, man.
Yes.
You can't do much with a gem, but look at it. A seed, you let it grow inside you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You let it blossom.
Yeah,
you let
from
it
the
grow.
seed to the root to the tree to the fruit, we're going to keep it organic. It's SRTF. Enjoy the process of life. Stop trying to skip the process. People want to plant a seed today. Guess what they want? The fruit tomorrow. I've never seen that fruit. And if it is, it's GMO. It ain't real. We want to embrace the journey. We want the organic lifestyle. We want to plant our seeds, watch the roots grow, let them grow deep, and then that tree going to sprout. Then we're going to eat our fruit. And guess what? We get the fruit. We're going to cut it up, eat the fruit, take the seeds out, throw it in the ground, and let somebody else grow some more. 3 up.
Yes, that's it. That is it. We're going to embrace the journey. Well, that is it for this episode of the Journey Told Show. I'm going to leave you with words that my father so often said to me, and that's to be the best version of you that you can be. Until next time, folks, let that sizzle in your spirit.
Damn.
Yeah. Man.
That's it right here?
Yep.
See, brother. That's our you up, keep it organic, man. That's more realistic right there. That collage, you goddamn boom, man. Come on in.
Take you in. Gotta get that selfie in there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's fly you guys in for just one quick photo. That girl spray went crazy for sure.
Oh, it was a blessing.
Perfect. Let's do one
Had to
more.
make me, you know, that 98 percentile.
Yeah, 8%. They said when he's over 6 feet, that's all they.
That's it's over with. Now I got everything. Now get the hell out of here.
And perfect. So you guys are there.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it,
I want a guy. This is it, baby. I got it all.
It's like I got it.
What you bringing to the table now?
It's like, come on now.
Oh, okay, I got everything that they list. Now what you come with?
What you got?
Oh, come on, baby, relax.
I feel. I got you.
707, 707, 707, 707. Whole lot of horses, whole lot of horses, whole lot of horses, whole lot of horses. SRT, SRT, supercharge me, supercharge me. 707, 707, whole lot of horses. 10 years, whole lot of horses. Young Master E, Young Easy E.